Hello again everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Fleet Command, where we discuss today, guys, which faction minor should you buy. Now, of course, I'm not going to recommend anybody buying any particular faction minor. What we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at the three different faction minors. We glance at the build requirements on them and discuss what we know about them thus far. Now, of course, I don't have any faction minors. I didn't even know these were available in the store, guys, because as you'll see from this, they're not. I don't have them available in the packs. I got all of these questions being sent to me on Discord and that. People asking me about faction minors, and I was wondering, why is everybody interested in faction minors all of a sudden? What's the story? And then I reached out to the guys in the Hom Discord, and it turns out that they're available for a lot of people, depending on the faction you're with. So if you're dual faction, say with the Klingons and Romulans, you're going to get the Valkis and the Kvort available. If you're friendly with the Federation, you're going to get the Antarres available and all of that. Now, don't get me started again on the Antarres. Before the server merge, at level 24, I had a full set of Antarres blueprints way before I even had the Horizon, and they got lost down the back of the Scopely couch. But we're hopefully making up for that a little bit now. But it was a big blow to me at the time. But we'll move on from that. We'll not complain too much about that. Suffice to say, I didn't know, guys, that they were available in the store, because I don't have them there. Presumably because I haven't bought that many packs, given that I'm free to play and all of that. So for you guys that have bought packs and are getting them in your store, we're going to take a look at what they look like. I want to give a wee shout out to Inesius and to Phil and to Sky Cruiser, who kindly sent me screenshots of what they have available in their store. And you can see that the guys have different faction reputations there, so they're getting different packs available to them. Now, of course, like I said, I don't have those packs available, but I am well on my way to getting my first faction minor, technically my second faction minor if you count the full set of Antares blueprints that went missing. So there she is there, guys. Valkis, I have 80 of them. So another 20, I'm level 29, I am not that far off level 30, and I have 80 Valkis blueprints. Now, that's not by choice. I have this Valkis almost ready to go when I'm at level 30, really because of the messiness through getting missions auto-completed by support back when they were completing unknown objective missions and everything just willy-nilly, and mystery boxes, the mystery prizes being available. I got a load auto-completed because I couldn't advance through them, and it put me heavy in with the Romulans, so I asked for that to be looked at. I never got a response, so it's just bite the bullet time and go with the Romulans, and that's the way it's been since. So the Valkis is what I'm building. Now we'll take a look just at these three ships now in terms of the build requirements. So it's interesting. Again, I want to give a wee shout out to Phil and some of the guys that have been sending me these questions and prompting this conversation. So the first one we're looking at there, guys, is the Antares, sitting at a little over 93k in strength. You'll note they're under 5 million in terms of titanium build cost, 171k dilithium, and gas and crystal. Now, there's something attractive about the Antares. It wouldn't necessarily be my first choice, but there's something attractive about the Antares that I'll come to now in a wee minute. You'll notice it yourselves. Sitting at 7,846k attack, so it's quite strong in attack compared to the Valkis. But we'll look at that in a wee moment. There's the Kvort, guys. Now, the Kvort's at over 9,000 attack. You can see 95k. And you can see it's a little over 1 million more in in terms of its build cost there. And again, gas and crystal, slightly less cost there in terms of dilithium, however. So the more expensive ship, but that's the ship, guys. If I had a choice to just buy them, I would be buying, and I would have to pick one, I'd be buying the Kvort. The stories that go around about the Kvort outweigh the positive stories about the Kvort outweigh the other stories that you hear about the faction miners. Now, there's no faction miner, no such thing as a bad faction miner, but the Kvort is certainly the one that we hear a lot about in terms of its ability to bust open a base, in terms of its ability to take those ORSS, in terms of your first hit on a base. The upgrade costs on all of these are relatively similar, and all requiring gas and crystal. Now, there's the Valkis, guys. It's the weaker of the three in terms of attack, but its overall strength when it comes to health and whatever, it's stronger than the Antarres, and that's what I'll be going for. But you'll see there, guys, it's another 1.1 million more expensive than the Kvort even. So it's sitting at over 7 million tritanium to build that. So it's going to be the heavier one. I'm building this, and it's going to be the heavier one in terms of tritanium cost. Not much I can do about that. But again, you'll see gas, crystal, and 117k in dilithium. So you can compare those at your leisure there, guys. They're the three that we're looking at. The most attractive thing, like I said there earlier about the Antares, was its tritanium cost. That's what I meant about. I wouldn't be going for the Antares normally if it was a choice of the three and it didn't really matter. It's the Kvort. That's my personal choice. I can't tell you guys what to do, but the thing that would attract me to that Antares is the temptation of lower tritanium costs in terms of its upgrades. That's got to be a factor going forward if you're going to build a faction miner and upgrade it. Lower tritanium costs, to me, they're always welcome. It's not an issue for some of you guys, but that's what would make the Antares attractive to me. However, I'm going with the Valkis. The Valkis is the one that I'm gonna build. It's the one I'm gonna be running with. And I'll do maybe a video on that at a later stage when I have it and whatever. But I'm hoping it's kind of the middle of the three. It's certainly going to be more expensive, but I'm hoping its health and its toughness is gonna make up for its lack of ability in terms of cracking the bases. I can still rely on my Bortus or whatever to go and crack a base in the first place, and then follow it up with this Antares. Now, there are people been asking me things like, why haven't you got a second horizon and things like that. I have a lot of envoys, and you know, the envoys are your staple for a while until you get the horizon. Then the horizon just changes everything. It did for me. Certainly, having lost my Antares blueprints, I was very upset, and getting the horizon went some way to alleviating that upset. And we moved on then with the horizon, left all the bitterness behind, of course, and went ahead now building the Valkis, left the idea of the Antares altogether behind. But those tritanium costs, that's the plus for the Antares, I would say. The ability to bust the base, that's the strength of the Kvort. It's a stronger attack ship, and I'm hoping that the Valkis will come in as a more defensive ship, that it'll harder to beat, harder to knock down, plenty of defense on it. And we'll see if I follow that up with a video. And the final points just on it, guys. People are saying that, you know, they're obviously faction related ships. So one will mine the ore, the Valkis will be ore, and the Antares will be gas, and the Kvort will be the crystal. It could be in Klingon. So they're specialized for that. That may be a factor for some of you guys, but get back to the idea of not having two horizons. I could have farmed the prince for another horizon, went working on the horizon, but a major factor for me, guys, right now is the parts, the 3-star survey parts. I do not want to have a second horizon built when I know that my Valkis is around the corner, and I'm gonna need them parts to work on my Valkis. So that's why I don't have a second horizon. That's why I have a load of envoys and one horizon. But I'm 80 prints into a Valkis, and we'll come back with that. So there you have it, guys. That's a brief analysis there. I've got a lot of questions coming in. Hopefully that'll give you a wee bit of an idea. You can look at this video and analyse those build costs and extrapolate from that, and see what just kind of favour yourselves. And leave your comments below as always. Let me know what you think. Come in the Discord and discuss these. There'll be a couple of guys in there that might be able to answer better than me, who have some of these faction miners, and you can discuss more directly with them. And yeah, let me know your thoughts if you do build some of these or buy the packs, guys. And we'll share those thoughts with other people. But until the next video, take care of yourselves, of course, and take care of each other, and like and subscribe and whatever, and I will catch all of you guys again very, very shortly. Cheers.